Hey, what's up everybody? This is my review of Transformers Dark of the Moon Scan Series Sideswipe. And of course on the left here is the original Sideswipe, and this is the Scan Series version. Now I like the whole concept behind this because if you recall from the very first episode of the Generation 1 Transformers cartoon, one of the scenes is the Autobots and the Decepticons, of course, are battling inside of the Ark. Well, the Ark, of course, crash lands on Earth, and soon after that, the computer Teletran 1 scans the surrounding area and looks for suitable vehicle forms for the Autobots. And if I'm recalling correctly, Teletran 1 also scans for the vehicle, not really vehicle, but the alternate forms for the Decepticons as well. I could be mistaken about that last part, but I believe that's the case. But anyhow, that's how this whole scan series is kind of cool because, basically we have here Sideswipe being scanned in, or rather his vehicle form is being scanned in. From the front here, it's got the standard, really vibrant, shiny silver paint job. But as you go about midway back to the car, you can see it's in the process of being scanned in. And that's a really cool deal. You can see they use clear plastic back here. And this is the exact same mold as Sideswipe from Revenge of the Fallen. And you can just kind of see a little side-by-side comparison here. Exactly the same there, as well as there. And take a look at their back here. So I really like this look to it, especially with Sideswipe. Of course they have Ironhide, but I was not really too fancy on that particular mold. So, and I've always loved Sideswipe. I always love cars, so this was natural for me to pick up. I like also, you can see here, you can see Sideswipe's head here, where normally on the the normal version it's really hidden because of the darker plastic, as well as the silver plastic here as well. So kind of cool. So yeah, just exactly identical. Just look at the undercarriage here. You can see everything transforms the same way, and you can see they use some darker blue as well as this lighter blue here for certain parts of Sideswipe's robot mode. And I just noticed this here, they use these clear plastic for his, I guess you can call it the shin guards or the knee guards, whereas over here they use the darker blue. So we'll get into more of that into looking at them in robot mode. Alright, so just going to pause for a minute here and we'll take a look at Sideswipe in, well, the two versions of Sideswipe in robot mode. And welcome back. Here are both versions of Sideswipe transformed into robot mode. It should be fairly obvious as to the differences in the color, but I'll point them out briefly. You can see this is mostly clear plastic. It's got some of these paint applications here, and almost reminds me of like electronic circuitry. You've got that also here on the blades, which I think is really, really cool. And you can partially see through there. You can see it's mostly clear plastic. They've left some red here for the taillights. And you can see you've got blue here for the connecting pieces, and you've got actually blue at the base of where the head connects to the body. You can see that's blue there, whereas on this figure it's a darker gray, almost black plastic. And you can see you've got the upper arm or the bicep here is clear plastic. Then you've got a gray and blue right there. And of course I mentioned that you have this really cool effect on the blades there, as you can see. Really nice. Now the torso is different. It's actually a really light gray. So it's quite different from this original Sideswipe, which is a darker gray. Then you've got these four connecting pieces which connect the pelvic area to the thighs. These are light blue, and you've also got blue down here. Now you'll notice that they're not really secured into the wheel like they are with the original. You can see the difference, and I don't know why that is. It may be the plastic surrounding that metal pin is just stiff. I don't know, but on mine at least it's an issue, but it doesn't bother me too much. But I thought I'd point it out. Like I said before, you got these clear pieces of plastic for the Mecha Live knee armor right there. Really nice. I guess we'll just do a 360 here to show you completely. Now let's compare the head sculpts. I think as far as, I mean, the head sculpts are the same. I guess I should qualify that by saying compare the paint application. So let's go ahead and take a look at the original first. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. And you can see it's got very little paint except for the blue eyes. It's kind of got some silver here on the fin here, but it's rather plain. Now if you take a look at the Scan Series Sideswipe, it's actually got a little more going on. Now they don't have the silver for the fin here, but they do have for his face. It's a it's almost a gray silver. You might say it's like a gunmetal gray. And what that does is it actually makes the actual face stand out from the rest of the head in terms of color, which is really nice. You still have the same Autobot logo or symbol right there as you do on the original. And this part here with the missiles that go over his shoulder here are also all clear. Can make that out a little better like that, as you can see. So yeah, pretty nice. So do I recommend you go out and buy this Scan Series Sideswipe figure? Well, if you've already bought all the Cyberverse, Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader class figures from the Dark of the Moon line, then yeah, I recommend you go out and pick it up if you have, $10 in your pocket and you want to spend it. This is a pretty cool figure. And I really like the fact that they did not make the whole thing clear. I'm not a big fan of Transformers or Gundams or action figures that are completely clear. I don't know why, but I really like the fact that they made the transition from the front of the car with all silver paint. Halfway back they transitioned into the clear plastic, which is really, really cool. I like that transition effect, and it really brings out the meaning of the Scan series. So yeah, definitely, if you have some extra money, you've bought all the Dark of the Moon figures you want, I say yes, thumbs up, go out and get them. Well, thanks for watching. This has been my review of the Scan Series Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Sideswipe.